Hi there folks, and welcome to the Watch Solutions for this week's The Daily Rigour, issue number 58. So, breaking story this week, David Beckham on his way to Glastonbury stopped off at McDonald's and he ordered a Big Mac medium meal and 2 cheeseburgers, the big news that the general public all wanted to know. Okay, so how much change would David receive from £10? So we need to find the total cost of his order first of all. So it's £4.29. Add £1.09, and of course there's 2 cheeseburgers from the order, so that's another £1.09 as well. Probably the most efficient way to write it, it's just a wee sum like that. That comes to £6.47. So to calculate his change we need to take this away from £10. So if you're writing out without a calculator you probably want to make that 10.00. It's probably best that you just do this one mentally. 53 pence makes up to £7, then another £3, so £3.53 change. So it's nice to know that David Beckham has exactly the same order from McDonald's as myself. Okay, so on to our finance story now. So you know what these students are like. So we've got a night out in London. We're not willing to pay the £78.50 for the train, which is shocking even with the student discount. So we actually can fly to Spain, have a 12-hour stopover, top up your tan, and then go to London and actually save money. So it really does show that there's benefits in shopping around. So how much did this guy Joe save? So we add up the two flights, it comes to £26.98. We take it away from the price of the train ticket, so that's £51.52. He managed to save by getting a wee half day in Spain as well. Absolutely fantastic. And a wee bit of spending money when he's there as well. So good on Joe. Okay, so technology story now. So Google hit with a record EU fine, £2.1 billion. So we have to write this fine in digits. So that's really 2,100,000,000, isn't it? So for the place value, billion is 9 zeros. So we would need the 2 and then space for 9 zeros. But of course it's zero point 0.1 billion. So that's going to be 100 million after it. So 2,100,000,000. Right, tricky one now. Because it was a European Commission fine, the fine was actually the equivalent in euros. So if we know the pounds and if we know the euros, we can actually divide these two to work out the exchange rate. So because they're both in billions, we can just do the number part. So 2.415 divided by 2.1 gives us 1.15. So what that means is for every £1 with the current exchange rate, that would give you €1.15. So the exchange rate, we write it like this: £1 equals €1.15. So that's a wee bit of information for any potential summer holidays that are coming up. Okay, so our last story from the world of entertainment. So a full-size complete R2-D2 unit just sold for 2.75 million at a Californian auction. So this droid was built with parts from all of the major films. So the original one, Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace, and The Empire Strikes Back, which is probably why it went for so much money. It was projected to go for 1.5 million, plus or minus 0.5 million. That was the guide price, because obviously you can never be sure exactly what it's going to raise. So how much money did R2D2 make above the top estimate? Well, first of all we've got to work out the top estimate. So the top estimate is 0.5 million above the 1.5, so the top estimate is 2 million. So how much more did it make? Well, we need to take the top estimate away from the actual sold price. So 2.75 take away 2 is 0.75, and of course that's going to be 0.75 million, and we can actually write that out in full as $750,000. It's not a bad bit of business. You know what these auctions are like when people want something, it turns into a bit of a bidding war, doesn't it? And that's definitely a piece of cinematic history, and they don't come up very often, do they? Anyway folks, that was our Watch Solutions for the Daily Rigour issue number 58. Hope you found that useful. So stay tuned for next week's edition when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and bye for now.